21 million downloads. How'd I do it? Let's get into the show. Hey, JB here in the office. I want to welcome you to vlog number 5. Yeah, I'm doing this every day, just trying to do this, see how this works. And we're getting ready to start it. So let's mark the vlog, and we're going to do this with a little time lapse I did outside of the house this morning. You can see a little bit of the sky, mark the vlog, and then we're going to get into this idea of 21 million downloads and how it occurred. Okay, welcome back to the vlog here. I am excited you're watching this to kind of get some behind the scenes of the things that the morning coach does, right? That's kind of why I'm doing the vlog, whether it's out golfing or whatever. It's just every day I'm kind of bringing you into my life and some of the ups and downs. And so what I want to share with you today is some of the ideas and thoughts on how I got to 21 million. Yeah, that's right, 21 million downloads of my podcast. Hopefully this vlog will get there someday. We're getting 100, 200 views, but I know, and there's a lesson in that it takes a long time to do that. I mean, those 21 million downloads are really over 10 years. And so I want to go over kind of the past 10 years and things that I've done. But first of all, let's go ahead and I'm going to pull up a graphic here, and you can see, I'll put it up here. You can see the numbers, and that is from an old system that I still pay for. I still use that system called hipcast.com, but I've now moved to Lipsum Pro, which is a more professional way to do my podcast. So I've moved to a better system. Now, the reason I moved to that system is because I wanted to have more control over the podcast. Now, I want to take you back a little bit to discuss a little bit about this podcast. So one of the things that's really important to know is that when I started back in 2005, from 2005 to 2009, I did a free podcast, and it blew it up. Almost made it to, it was top 25 in total iTunes back in the day. Then in 2009, I went paid, and I went to a subscription model. And when I did that, I only did the free podcast on Mondays. So from 2009 to about 2016, probably 2015 actually, I was doing the free podcast on Monday. So those 20 million downloads came from those free podcasts all those years, not from my paid podcast. And then in 2015, I did something that I will regret probably for a long time. Not that long. This is about my failures too, right? But I'm going to regret this for a long time. So back in 2015, I stopped doing the Monday podcast. You know, what was I thinking? Well, I just believed at that time that I needed to stay behind the wall. It was kind of a lack thing, really, for me. And the truth is that I believe it's coming from me and out of me. So it's like it's coming from a higher power, right? So I needed to get that out more. So, and that's why I've come back to starting to do the podcast every single day. In fact, let's go ahead and go to the screen, and you'll see it here. Right now, it's up on iTunes. It's 42nd today. It used to be top 10 every day, but I didn't do it for years. So just a month and a half ago, I started doing it again every single day, and you can check it out there, and I'll put the link up. You can go search for Morning Coach on iTunes, but that's not what the show's about today. The show's about really, how I got those downloads, and now what I'm doing, okay? What I'm doing now to get back in the game to really impact. And that's why I'm doing these vlogs and also doing my podcast, because I want to impact. I want to give you the hope and the positivity that you can do the things that you want to do. That's one of the things that I've always done, is been able to prove that a guy, just a normal guy, can make this stuff happen. So let's talk a little bit about what I'm doing now to get back up in the rankings. So one of the key things about podcasting compared to when I first started, right? When I first started, you could get away with just kind of a bad audio. I mean, I now have a Shure SM57. You can see this all go into a cloud lifter, and I'll show you that. Let me get my camera out so I can get a little better picture of that. And we can kind of take a quick zoom in. And this is how I do that too, so you can see the vlog. So that's the microphone, and then if you come down here, it goes into a Apogee Duet. And then there's a cloud lifter. That cloud lifter, I guess I should point at the mic, actually amplifies the signal. So I'll bring that back up, and we can see that there. That is the mic I used. Well, in the past, and I use GarageBand, by the way, I'll show that too. I actually used, it's funny, and I'll tell you the version of GarageBand that I use. I use 6.04, and I'll bring a screenshot of that up here right now. The reason I use 6.04, it's what I've used for years, and they actually have a podcast feature on it. I know I could move to the new one, but that's what I've used for years. And I just uploaded on my Mac, and I still use it. But I use this microphone into the GarageBand, and that's how I do my recordings. Now, when I started, I used to use an Apogee microphone. I was looking for it so I could share it with you, but I don't know where it is here in the office anymore. And this Apogee microphone was just a little mic that you put on the desk, and you could actually do pretty good quality podcasts. But I feel now, just like video, that in order for you to get to the next level of the things that you're doing, we have to start producing better and more creative content. That's the key thing. So we need to make sure the audio is good and that your podcast, your content is good. That's, I think, one of the most important things in order to achieve a lot of downloads. So at the end of the day, really, it's all about your content and the way you present it. So I love audio. Why do I love audio? Because you can take it with you, right? So when you put an audio up on iTunes, and I'll show you that real quick. Here's a picture of it. You can see it is there, and then somebody can download it and take it with them. That's the difference between video. Video, you're committed to watching me, right? You can't really do anything else. Yeah, if you're listening, you can listen, but you're committed to kind of watching this. So audio works, but work on creating great quality audio. You don't need, my studio is good here. This is my office. Nowadays the microphones are getting so much better. I have a Sennheiser studio mic on this camera and a Panasonic GH4, and it works, right? So you don't want to overkill yourself with the technical aspect and get too caught up in it. I built my entire business on an Apogee microphone and a computer and GarageBand with an intro and an outro. I built my entire business on that. Probably 18 to 19 million of those downloads were done with that equipment. Now I'm stepping up the game a little bit. For that, step one, that's one thing I'm doing. Step two, in order to get those downloads, is you have to build community. You have to be real. You have to be authentic. I have a great concept. Start your day with me every single day. MorningCoach.com. I do every day now in the morning so that I can help people get their day started right. 15 minutes a day will change lives. So you've got to come up with what you're going to do. What is the content that you're going to produce on a daily basis that people are going to get into and people are going to want to do? So the next part about that is, what is the content that we're really going to put into this thing, and what are we going to do to make the show amazing, not only amazing, but different and unique, and let your personality come through. Let you come through, because that's what people want. I heard this a long time ago. People don't want to hear about the millionaire that went to $100 million. They want to hear about the person that was, like Chris Farley, down by the van in the river, right? I'm down, I'm a motivational speaker. I live down in the van by the river, and then became successful. So that hero's journey needs to be a part of it, and you need to be really authentic with the things that you do. So that's the next real key thing is, one, you want to, get a consistent flow, at least weekly, maybe daily. Dailies always work for me. Then start getting out, the energy and the authentic you out there. The third thing is, I would say, get out on social media. We now have 150,000 people on Facebook, which is great. That helps drive downloads. That's over 10 years or 9, whatever. Facebook's been around 7 years. But you want to let people know that you're out there. Hey, subscribe, do this, without spamming them. So I believe in soft selling, always soft selling. That's just the way I am. And what I mean by soft sell is you just give value, give value. For example, we'll talk about my Morning Coach membership. I provide Morning Coach with a membership where they get ad-free Coachcasts, which are the podcasts, right? And also wonderful courses, community, a lot of extra benefits. But the courses are really the driver for me. I don't have to sell my courses, because the course this year that we're doing right now is called Kickstart Your Year, Kickstart 2017. And so with that course, so many people want to take it. So it's like, well, how do I take it? Well, just go over to Kickstart Your Year. We're doing it right now. So my point is that you want to be real and authentic, even in your social media, on your Facebook. Hey, I got a new podcast up. As maybe you saw this on my Facebook. Hey, I got a new vlog up. I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm just letting people know. For me, obviously, I have a lot more traction in the podcast space than I do on YouTube, because I just started doing this. I did this years ago, but I never put the effort in that I'm doing now. Now that I'm putting the effort in, I'm really focused on building this and my podcast at the same time, and it's a lot of fun. And my whole goal here is to help people achieve that status of getting those downloads. So let's go over that again real quick. What are my thoughts on getting the maximum amount of downloads, and how does this work? Okay, so let's talk about these things that are going to help you rock and get a ton of downloads and really make your podcast or really anything you're doing awesome. Okay, so the first thing that we talked about was what? You have to be consistent. Okay, you have to be consistent. I personally like daily. Daily is what I do. It works. If you can't do daily, at least do weekly. Okay, the next thing you need to be is authentic. I think this is one of the key things. I see so many people trying to copy other people and do what other people are doing. You can take inspiration. I mean, I wouldn't be doing this vlog right now if it wasn't for Casey Neistat. I mean, I watched his stuff and I was so excited by what he does. I'm inspired by him. But at the end of the day, it's got to be my stuff. I can't do it, Casey. It's impossible. He's a filmmaker. He's a genius, right? But be authentic and be real, and that's what's going to lead you to a lot of success. And don't cut your nose so you get a paper cut. The third thing is be creative. Okay, come up with fun ideas and new ways to do things. Make it fun, make it enjoyable, but be creative and stop being so scared about what other people think. You're gonna get negative reviews. Not everybody's gonna love you, okay? A lot of people, I got a lot of negative reviews. It is what it is. I get thumbs down here on YouTube. Please, not you. If you can give me a thumbs up, that'd be great. But it is what it is. That's part of it. But if you can be creative, it'll help you, okay? The fourth thing is to niche. Okay, or niche, as they say it, niche. But the niche is to get as close to a specific market as possible. I own the mornings. I'm the morning coach, right? So try to find something that you love, whether it's cooking, whatever it is. Maybe it's fishing. I don't know, but you know, when you niche, you get more downloads because you become that expert in the market. In fact, let me just tell you a caveat. One thing I would tell you is try to be instead of a big fish in a huge pond, be a big fish in a small pond. It really works well. So niche is 4. And 5, my favorite one, this is the most important, is community, okay? We want to build community. It's so important. Community is what it's all about. It's not about the numbers. These are real people that are listening to you. They're your community, right? So bring some of that community and stop worrying so much about the numbers and focus in on creating great content for your community. That's what I would do. Okay, so those are 5 things that will help you get more downloads and why I got 21 million downloads of my podcast. As always, thank you for watching this vlog. It's awesome that you're taking the time to watch it. If you can do me a favor and subscribe or share it, that's important. The subscribe button's right down there. It's my picture, my face actually. Just click on that and you can subscribe. And also, there's some other versions you can watch here. But as always, thank you for supporting the vlog. That is episode 5. It is a wrap, and I will see you tomorrow.